Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're starting to get to the good stuff here. So right now we're going to talk about in this video how to getting feedback about your lack of playing time and how you can just get more. So to me, feedback was the best thing for me. A lot of people don't like it. It's the worst. But I love getting feedback. Because I'm a learner, and you can't really learn if you're afraid of data, if you're afraid of truth, if you're afraid of reality. So feedback is what we're talking about. So I'm gonna give you a story about how I got some real feedback about what kind of football player I was. My dad thought that I was the best player on the football team. Now, remember, I said I was on the B team and I was the backup. My dad didn't like that. He didn't understand why that was the case. So he went to go talk to the coach. And he was like, I wasn't there, but he told me, he said, why is my son not playing? I think he should be playing more. Why is he not playing? And the coach told my dad, your son is slow, awkward, uncoordinated, and he's just not a good football player. That's why he's not playing. And if you want him to play football at the high school level at Judson, go J-Rock, I don't see it happening. I don't think he'll make varsity. And if he does make varsity, probably won't be until his senior year, and he definitely won't play. And if you want your son to play, you might want to take him to a different school district. Now, little note on Judson. The football team in high school consisted of 500 athletes, okay? Big school, 4,500 students, 500 athletes on the football team from freshman year. So it's like you had two freshman teams, you had two junior varsity teams, and then you had a varsity team, 500 guys, right? So it was hard to get on the team, and he just didn't think I was good enough. He didn't think I was going to make it. And my dad was devastated. He came back home. And he was like, I talked to your coach today. And I was like, oh, why would you talk to my coach? That's not cool. I didn't ask you to talk to my coach, but here we are. And I asked him why you weren't playing. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And he told me what he said, slow, awkward, uncoordinated, never gonna, And he's like, so what do you think? How do you feel about moving you to a different school district? Like maybe we could go to MacArthur. And I looked at him and I was so disappointed in him. And I said, look, I am not going to go to MacArthur so that I can get beat by Judson every year. I'm either going to play for the best or I'm not going to play. So if he doesn't think I'm good enough, well, we'll find out. Okay. And fortunately, my dad raised me better. So by that time, I knew not to get caught up in that negative feedback. But a lot of people wouldn't be able to handle that. So I'm going to issue some caution here, right? First of all, get the feedback yourself. Don't have your parents do that. Go in there and get the feedback yourself and prepare yourself for a gut punch. You're going to hear something. If you're not playing, you're going to hear something. If the coach is, an honest guy, which most of them are, you're going to hear something that just makes you feel horrible. It makes you feel like you're just not good enough. And you know what? Just remember, you're just not good enough yet, okay? You're not good enough yet. We're going to work on that. We're working on that right now. So here's what to do. Getting the feedback. I'm going to coach you through it. So after practice, you're going to let the coach know that you want to talk to him about something. Hey, coach. Hey, when's a good time for me to stop by the office so I need to talk to you about something? He might say, I got time right now. You want to talk now? And then that's the point where you say, sure. Don't get scared. Someone else might be around, whatever, fine. Yeah, you got time to talk? So do I. So what you want to do is you want to let them know how much you love football. I love football. I love this team. I want to contribute more to the team's success. Why are you saying this? Because it sounds a lot better than whining about how I want to get more playing time. It's like me. You're saying, I want to contribute more to this team's success. I want to know how I can make this team better? How can I get better so I can make my teammates better? Coaches love that stuff. Everyone loves that stuff. If you work for a company, parents, that's a great way to get more money. How can I get better so that I can do more to help you make more money? Sounds a lot better than I want to raise. The economy is not as good and I'd like more money. No one wants to hear that. How can I help you make more money? Show me, tell me what I need to do, what I can get better at to help you with what you want. So you're going to ask your coach for the top 3 changes that he would need to see before trusting you with more playing time, because yes, it is a trust thing. You're not playing because the coach doesn't trust you. The coach saw something in practice that made him think like, man, if he did that in the game, first of all, I'd lose my mind. And second, we would lose the game. So what are 3 things I can do? I can change, watch that mic, so that you trust me with more playing time. A lot of coaches, just keep in mind, are not going to know the answer to this question. A lot of coaches don't know what they're doing. They're not going to have an answer. So you might have to ask it a different way, right? If they say, I'm not really sure. Okay, all right, fine. Ask it a different way. Is there a player who comes to mind that like I could emulate? Like someone who, not someone that's on the team now, but like someone they've got some tape that you can watch, or an NFL player that you can watch on YouTube. Who can I watch? Or you could just do some homework on your own and find someone whose style interests you. So, I'll just talk about, I didn't do this when I was in high school or in junior high. I should have. I didn't think about it. I don't think YouTube existed back then. So if it did, I would have. But once I got to the NFL, I realized, I can just like watch these guys and see what they're doing and just copy them. So Jason Taylor had freakishly long arms like me. He was undersized like me. So I was like, I'll just copy him the best I can. He's more talented than me, so I couldn't do everything, but I just stole all of his stuff and it helped me play longer. I've got a bit of a cold. My nose is a little stuffy. That's why sorry about that. Anyway, do your homework. Find someone that interests, who fits your style, who you think you could emulate, and emulate them, right? But yeah, so now back to your conversation with the coach. Keep a straight face. Keep a straight face. Like, y'all don't know who Tim Duncan is, and that's too bad because he's awesome. Sorry, I'm catching a cramp in my arm too. I worked out this morning and I was in the sauna. I'm dehydrated. Also, I haven't had any food today because, I don't eat until like sometime between noon and 2. So I'm cramping up. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Keep a straight face. Keep a straight face. Don't smile. Don't be all smiley like, don't be all sad. Just attentive, like the way I am right now. I'm leaned in, making eye contact, lots of eye contact. I'm nodding my head. Yeah. He's saying something like, yep, I understand. Even if you don't understand, you nod your head and then you ask a follow-up question if you don't understand, rather than just like, I don't understand, and you're like doing this, or you're just like, Look like you understand and then follow up with questions so that you make sure you understand. And then when it's over, when he's done hitting you with those truth bullets, those truth arrows, thank him for his time and his honesty. Like, Coach, I really appreciate you just being real with me. And I appreciate you taking the time. I appreciate you paying attention enough to like be, just gratitude. Throw on the gratitude, right? Parents, don't do what my dad did. Don't take things into your own hands. Control is an illusion. You don't have control. That's what the money thing, right? Throwing the money at the problem. It's a control thing. I think I can control this. No, you can't. There's certain people who have certain amounts of control over what can happen. Your kid who plays a sport has most control, and in that case, also has not as much control as he would like as well. So don't do what my dad did. That's not cool. That's all I've got for this video. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Take those notes. Keep those notes. Keep taking notes. All right. I can't help but talk. I love it. All right. We're moving on. We're moving on.